We've seen from Big Howard this year. He came off a big year last year, and it seems that there's a lot more talent around him, and it's harder to get just him the ball. How's that working out for you?
Yeah, Pig's been fine this year. We obviously need to get him the ball some more, and the first couple games, every game is a different story, and so we're working on it. Obviously, he's a proven talent. Kind of the same thing last year, kind of started off a little slow and then got going and got hot. So I expect the same thing this year.
How motivating is it for your room of guys, of receivers, to go against what some people are calling the best secondary in the entire country?
Yeah, it's very motivating. Anytime you want to, see how you stack up, you want to go against the best. And in this conference, that's pretty much every week. And this week's no different. These guys are special. We've known that. They have a lot of talent. And I've said that before. This is probably the most talented group in college football. I got a ton of respect for them, the way they play, how they play. I recruited a lot of those kids. I know them. I know their families. So it's a big challenge for us for sure.
I know Hargraves gets a lot of accolades, but Jalen Tabor's going to play in the NFL too, most likely. What do you see about him and his length at his position?
Well, I think there's a lot of them. I think there's Jalen Tabor and Quincy Wilson and Neal and Poole. Those guys are all very, very good players. Jalen's not the only one. But, yeah, he's got some length. He's still young, so he's got more experience to get. And, they play well together as a unit is what they do, and they're very well coached.
Zach, obviously they've got a new staff, but is their defense in terms of how they play any different, particularly as it applies to maybe press coverage? Some of the stuff they on the outside.
No. I think they've done a good job as a staff of playing to their strengths on what they have on defense, and they recruited well on defense there. And so they're using a lot of the same things that Coach did at Mississippi State, but they're playing to their players a little bit, and that's what good coaches do.
In terms of getting off and beating press coverage for your receivers, how much can you do to help them schematically, or how much does it come down to just those guys winning?
Well, there's a lot of technique involved, but every week we see press coverage in this conference, every single week. So the press coverage part is nothing new. We're going to see that week in and week out in the SEC. That's what it's all about. So it's a matchup game. So it's technique and getting off press coverage and scheme and trying to get those guys open and those kinds of things. And that has to do with everything: the line blocking, matchups to protection to run game. It all sets up getting open.
Not that he lacks it, but how much confidence did Preston Williams get out of Saturday?
Not that he lacks it. He got a lot of confidence. The great thing is he was able to go in there and get some experience. People forget he hasn't had a two-a-days. He's had that was 2 weeks of practice, and we practice really 2 days a week. Where we really go hard. What's that? 4 practices. So for him to get in there and get some live work against some fast guys. Not the scout team was valuable, and he's got a lot to work on. He knows it, but the future's bright. You just got to keep improving every week, little by little, with him.
How far has he progressed so far, just in terms of his understanding of the playbook and everything else? How far has he come, even in the short time?
Yeah, he's come far. He had a really good practice today. I was proud of him. He came out with a good mentality, had good habits, and that's what young guys struggle with, is how to come out every day and approach a practice. It's hot. They're sore. They've had 85 exams this week. They've been up since 7 a.m. They've been in treatment. They've had brunch. They had to go, this study table, that study table, and oh my gosh, we have a 3-hour practice in 85-degree weather, and I got 92 plays to install. That's hard on a young guy, and he's handled it well. He had a good day today.
Has North shown any frustration or anything for the lack of targets so far this season?
No, he's a team guy. He's been great.